For years, you may have wondered why the same patterns keep repeating in your life. Why the cycle of scarcity, of loneliness, or of self-sabotage seems unbreakable. You've tried changing your habits, your thoughts, your actions, but nothing worked. Everything stayed the same. There is a power inside you, so common it has become invisible, so fundamental it has been forgotten. It's not a complex manifestation technique. It's not a secret ritual guarded for millennia. It's just two words you speak every single day, maybe dozens of times, without the slightest awareness of the power they release into the universe. I am. These aren't just sounds. They are words of creation. They are not a report of your current state. They are a decree for your future state. They are the primary command in the language of creation. Every time you say them, you're not just speaking. You are activating a frequency. You are issuing a direct order, an unquestionable decree to the quantum field, which doesn't listen to your fleeting hopes, but to your declared identity. Think of it as the most fundamental command in the language of existence. Everything that follows I am is the paint you use to color the canvas of your life. The universe, in its impartial wisdom, doesn't judge the painting or question the colors you choose. It simply manifests it with flawless precision. When you say, almost like a sigh, I am so tired, the universe doesn't hear a complaint. It hears a command, and obediently, it arranges energy, biochemistry, and circumstances to bring you more experiences of being tired. When you mumble to yourself, I am a disaster with money, the quantum field doesn't see your bank account. It feels your vibrational signature and reflects back more opportunities for that identity to prove itself true. There is no punishment here. There is only a perfect mirror, a faithful echo. The cosmic tragedy is that we were given the power of a creator God, but were taught to use it like prisoners, describing the walls of our cell instead of declaring the door open. Identity is the motherboard of your reality. Everything else is just the software running on it. Trying to install abundance software on a motherboard running the I am lack operating system will only result in a system error. Real change doesn't start with what you do. It starts with who you decide to be. In this video, we're going to stop being mere spectators of our reality and become its conscious architects. We are going to rescue these two sacred words from autopilot and turn them into the most powerful tool of liberation you have ever known. Because what happens when you stop telling the universe how your life has been and start declaring how it is right now? What happens when you trade I'm trying for I am? Something shifts. Not out there. First, in here. A silent realignment. A frequency shift that the quantum field has been patiently waiting for. Are you ready to discover the power you've always had? Take a deep breath. The journey inward begins now. You wake up. Before you even open your eyes, the stream of thoughts begins. A familiar voice, a rehearsed script. Maybe it starts with a yawn and the silent declaration, I am exhausted. Your feet touch the floor, and as you get ready for the day, the programming continues. I am so late. I am overwhelmed. I am not good enough for this meeting. Throughout the day, this invisible current of self-definition flows on. You look in the mirror and think, I am getting old. You see a bill arrive, and the automatic reaction is, I am broke. Someone cancels plans, and the inner whisper concludes, I am not wanted. Each of these statements seems harmless. It feels like a simple report of the facts. But it's not. It's a spell, an enchantment you cast upon yourself, reinforcing the very reality you desperately want to escape. You are unknowingly using the most creative force in the universe to keep yourself trapped. This is the invisible conflict, the war waged between your conscious desires and your unconscious declarations of identity. You desire prosperity, but you declare, I am poor. You long for love, but your frequency transmits, I am untrusting. You dream of vitality, but your body hears the repeated command, I am sick and tired. The quantum field, this vast ocean of potential, doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being, and your state of being is defined by the words you consistently attach to your I am. Think about the patterns in your life. That feeling that no matter what you do, you always end up in the same place. The same type of relationship that ends in the same painful way. The same financial cycle of gain and loss. The same struggle with self-confidence. This isn't bad luck. It isn't your destiny. It is the result of a practiced vibrational identity, an identity you reinforce with every negative I am you utter. Your outer world is a three-dimensional hologram of your dominant inner conversation. The most painful part is that this programming isn't your fault. It was learned. You absorbed it from your parents, who might have said, we're simple people. We'll never be rich. You internalized it in school when a bad grade led you to conclude, I am not smart. You cemented it in past relationships where pain taught you to believe, I am hard to love. These statements became your autopilot. They run in the background, like an operating system, dictating your perceptions, filtering your opportunities, and attracting experiences that validate them. You've become so used to this frequency that it feels like the truth. But the truth is, every identity is a choice, and what was chosen, even unconsciously, can be redefined. The frustration you feel, that deep weariness that doesn't come from a lack of sleep, but from the soul, that is your authentic self, your essence screaming from beneath the layers of this false identity. It's your soul saying, you are not this, you are not limited, you are not broken, you are powerful and free. What if I told you that these feelings of being stuck are not a sentence, but a guidance system? They are a signal that your current reality is out of alignment with who you truly are. They are an invitation to stop using your power to diminish yourself and start using it to expand. Together, with compassion and without judgment, let's look at this programming, not to blame ourselves, but to free ourselves. Because the moment you bring awareness to the pattern, you stop being the pattern. You become the awareness that observes the pattern. And in that space, in that sacred silence, true creation begins. For millennia, mystics and spiritual masters have told us the same fundamental truth in different languages. Today, in a beautiful paradox, cutting-edge science is finally beginning to decode the mechanics behind this ancient wisdom. Quantum physics, in particular, gives us a fascinating new language. To understand this phenomenal power, it reveals that the universe isn't a clockwork machine, a collection of solid, fixed things. The universe is a vibrational field of infinite potential, waiting to be given an instruction. And what instructs this energy? Consciousness, the act of observation, the famous observer effect, one of the pillars of quantum mechanics, shows us that subatomic particles, the building blocks of our reality, exist in a state of superposition. a wave of all possibilities at once, until they are observed. In the instant of conscious observation, that wave of potential collapses into a single particle, into a specific, tangible reality. Now, apply this to yourself. You are the observer of your life. Every I am statement is an act of focused observation. When you declare, I am abundant, you aren't lying to yourself about your current state. You are, like a quantum scientist, choosing to collapse the infinite wave of potential into the specific reality of abundance. When you declare with conviction, I am perfectly healthy, you are instructing your cells, your atoms, and the energy field around you to organize around that chosen truth. Your declared identity is what focuses the lens of your consciousness and turns ethereal possibility into material experience. But how does this translate into our biology? This is where the visionary work of researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza becomes so revealing. He teaches us about neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Every time you repeat a new, powerful I am statement, you are acting as a neurosculptor. You begin to build and strengthen new neural highways. You are literally rewiring the hardware of your brain to match your new identity. At the same time, the old neural pathways of I am limited and I am unworthy begin to atrophy from lack of use. You stop sending energetic traffic down them, and they become overgrown trails in the forest of your mind. Going even deeper to the cellular level, biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton revolutionized our understanding with his research in epigenetics. He demonstrated that it's not our genes that dictate our destiny, but our perception of the environment that activates or deactivates the expression of our genes. And what shapes our perception more profoundly than our core beliefs about who we are? Your I am statements are chemical messages that your mind sends to the trillions of cells in your body. The phrase, I am vibrant and full of energy, isn't just positive thinking. It's a biochemical command that can influence your cells to express themselves in a healthier way. However, there's one component that amplifies all of this exponentially: the heart. The Heart Math Institute, after decades of research, discovered something astounding. The heart generates an electromagnetic field that is up to 60 times greater in amplitude and 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the field generated by the brain. This field radiates from you and interacts directly with the quantum field. What does this mean in practice? It means your emotion, your feeling, is the amplifier for your signal. You can repeat, I am wealthy, 1,000 times in your mind. But if your heart is vibrating in the fear of scarcity, your signal to the universe will be incoherent and messy. It's like trying to tune a radio with the volume on max but on the wrong frequency. The result is static. True creation happens when your thoughts, the I am declaration, and your emotions, the elevated feeling of gratitude, joy, love, or security, align perfectly. When you declare, I am loved, and simultaneously feel the expansion of love in your chest, you create a state of heart-brain coherence. In that moment, you become a laser, sending a clear, powerful, and unified electromagnetic signal into the field. It's this coherent signal that the universe responds to with a speed and precision that can seem miraculous. If this deep knowledge resonates with you, if it ignites a spark of recognition in your soul, take a pause. Breathe it in and anchor this energy. Share this video with someone you love, someone who may have also forgotten the creative power that resides within them. Let's awaken together. For our entire lives, we've operated under a premise that keeps us chained to the past. We believe that we need to see it to believe it. We wait for the external world to change first, so that we can then allow ourselves to feel different. When I have the money in my account, then I'll feel abundant. When I find the perfect partner, then I'll feel loved. When I get the all-clear diagnosis, then I'll feel healthy. This is the mindset of a victim of reality. It's a passive, reactive stance. It's like standing in front of a mirror with your arms crossed, waiting for your reflection to smile first. You could be waiting forever. The shift in consciousness, the seismic insight that changes absolutely everything, is this. In quantum creation, in fundamental reality, you must believe it to see it. You must feel it for it to manifest. You must be it first. You lead with your frequency, with your vibrational identity, and material reality, which is just energy at a denser vibration, has no choice but to follow your command. Your logical mind, conditioned for years to operate on the three-dimensional plane, will rebel against this. It will scream, "But that's a lie. It's delusional. I'm not rich. Look at my empty bank account. I'm not healthy. Look at this symptom." This resistance is normal and expected. The mind was designed to analyze and survive the existing reality, not to create a completely new one from the unseen. Remember the universal law. You do not attract what you want. You attract who you are. Your wanting almost always comes from a place of lack. The phrase, "I want more money," implicitly states, "I don't have enough money now." The universe, which responds to vibration and not to words, hears the frequency of lack and lovingly gives you more experiences of lack to match your transmission. But when you shift your fundamental identity to "I am the very essence of abundance," you are no longer asking from the outside. You are being. You are vibrating from the end result, from the state of already having, of already being. This requires a quantum leap of faith, an act of spiritual courage, to disidentify from what your five senses tell you is real and align with what your soul knows is true. What is real today is just a ghost, an echo of your past thoughts and feelings. What is true is your innate power to choose again, right in this moment. Think of a sculptor standing before a raw block of marble. He doesn't just see a rock, he sees the magnificent statue that already exists within it. His job is not to add something to the stone, but to chip away the excess, that which does not belong to the statue. In the same way, your new, glorious identity, the healthy, prosperous, loved, and free you, already exists as a definite potential in the quantum field. Your task, with your focused "I am" declarations, is to chip away all the beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and energies that do not belong to that magnificent version of you. The great challenge, where most people falter, is consistency. The quantum field responds to your dominant frequency. It's no use declaring, "I am the embodiment of peace," for 5 minutes during your morning meditation, and then spending the next 8 hours submerged in stress and anxiety, silently declaring, "I'm so stressed out. I can't take this anymore." The dominant signal, the one you practice the longest, will win. That's why this isn't a simple mind trick. It is a practice of full embodiment. It's about choosing, moment by moment, to breathe, walk, talk, and make decisions from your new identity, especially when the old reality, with all its seeming solidity, tries to pull you back into the old pattern. This is your power. No one can take it from you. Your two most sacred words. You can use them to build a prison of limitations or to manifest a palace of infinite possibilities. The choice, in every now, has always been and will always be yours. Now, let's make that choice consciously and powerfully. Let's send a clear, unmistakable signal that the change has begun. Go to the comment section and declare with intention, with power, with the authority of your being. I am the power that creates my reality. Feel the truth of those words vibrating in your chest. Don't just type them, embody them. Let this declaration be the first stone in the foundation of your new, magnificent temple. Theory is the seed, but transformation is the flower that blooms in the soil of direct experience. Information only points the way. Embodiment is walking the path with every fiber of your being. Now, let's stop just talking about this power and let's feel it, claim it, and become it. Gently close your eyes. Bring all of your attention to your breath. Feel the air coming in, nourishing your body with life force, and feel the air going out, releasing everything that is not needed in this moment. Breathe in possibility. Breathe out resistance. Breathe in peace. Breathe out chaos. Just for a few moments, allow your breath to be your only anchor in the present. With infinite compassion, as if you were a loving observer, allow the old I am statements to come to your awareness. The ones you repeat the most, the ones that have become your unwanted companions. Maybe it's, I am not enough. I am alone. I am broken. I am not capable. I am too old, too young, too whatever. Don't fight them. Don't judge them. Don't feel ashamed. Just observe them. See them not as truths, but as old, worn-out tapes playing on an ancient recorder, programs that were once installed, perhaps in your childhood, to protect you, to keep you safe in a reality that no longer exists. Honor the intention behind them. Thank this programming for its attempt to keep you safe. Say to it silently, with an open heart, thank you for trying to protect me. I honor your service, but your job is now complete. I choose in this moment a new program based on love and expansion. You are free to rest. Now, visualize these words, these old identities, as energetic chains or like a heavy, gray cloak over your shoulders. Feel its weight, its density, the way it has dimmed your light and restricted your movement for so long. Acknowledge how exhausting it has been to carry this. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, with a powerful intention and a silent command, see these chains turning to dust. See this heavy cloak dissolving into particles of light. Imagine a waterfall of liquid, golden light pouring over the top of your head, flowing through you, cleansing every cell, every memory, every corner of your being. Feel this light dissolving any residue of the old frequency. You are not fighting the darkness. You are simply flooding yourself with light, and in the presence of light, darkness cannot survive. Feel the space that has been created, a lightness, a sacred vacuum, ready to be filled with your true essence. In this space of pure potential, ask your heart, who am I now, without this programming? Who am I in my purest, truest essence? Choose a new I am statement for this moment, the most powerful, most resonant one you can feel. Maybe it's, I am abundance in manifestation. Maybe I am radiant health and infinite vitality, or I am unconditional love to give and to receive, or simply, with a deep certainty, I am free. Don't just think the words, feel them, summon the emotion of that reality. How does this version of you sit or stand? Adjust your posture now. Feel the nobility in your spine. How does it breathe? Breathe that way, deeply, calmly, into your belly. What is the expression on its face? A serene smile? A quiet confidence? Let this energy fill the space you just cleared. Let it vibrate in your heart, spread through your veins, and saturate your bones. You are not pretending. You are remembering who you have always been underneath it all. Now, with this new, powerful energy vibrating in every cell of your body, let's seal this new identity with the power of your voice. The vibration of sound anchors energy into the physical plane. If you can, whisper the words out loud. If not, declare them with a powerful, booming inner voice. Repeat with me, with total feeling and conviction. I am the awareness and the power that creates my reality. The past has no power over me. I am the frequency of my future. Now, say it again, feeling every word. I am the awareness and the power that creates my reality. The past has no power over me. I am the frequency of my future. Now, feel the vibration of these words. Let them recalibrate every atom of your being. You have just given a new, irrevocable instruction to the universe. You have changed your point of attraction. To anchor this sacred ritual in the physical world, take a moment. Now, go to the comments and write your most powerful I am declaration for your day today. Let it be your energetic signature, a public declaration to the universe, and a sacred contract with yourself of who you, from this moment on, choose to be. Take one more deep breath, bringing this new energy with you, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, but not to the same world, and not as the same person. Something has shifted on a fundamental level. You have changed, and when you change, the world must, by universal law, rearrange itself to reflect that change. This ritual was not a one-time event with an ending. It was an initiation, a gateway into a new way of living and being. The real practice, the true mastery, begins now in the ordinary moments of your daily life. The old programming, like a well-rehearsed habit deeply carved into your brain, will try to return. You'll catch yourself thinking, I'm so stressed, or feeling that familiar tightening of anxiety. It is in that exact moment that your mastery is revealed. Don't fight it. Don't judge yourself. This is crucial. To fight the old pattern is to give it energy. To judge yourself for having an old thought is to chain yourself to it. Instead, simply observe with love and use the tool of conscious interruption. The instant you catch yourself in the old declaration, pause, breathe, place a hand on your heart, and say to yourself, that's interesting. That's just old energy leaving my body. That's my system detoxing from the chemical addiction of being the old me. This is not who I am now. And then, gently, choose again. Reaffirm your new identity. I choose peace. I am peace. Over time, this conscious, loving interruption will become your new autopilot. You will no longer give your precious energy to that which you do not wish to create. You will become a vigilant and compassionate guardian of the sacred portal of your I am. And then, the magic begins to unfold in ways that will astound you. A positive feedback loop begins. As you hold true to your new identity, even when the outer world doesn't yet reflect it, the universe will begin to send you evidence, little winks, synchronicities that feel too perfect to be a coincidence. The right person calls at the exact right time. You stumble upon the information you needed. An opportunity that seems to fall from the sky appears. Each of these outer manifestations will serve to strengthen your faith in your new identity. Your belief will deepen, which will make your electromagnetic signal even stronger and more coherent. And a stronger signal will bring even more aligned and magnificent results. You are no longer fighting against the current of life. You are the current. Remember what you have learned here today. Your reality is not solid or fixed. It is fluid, dynamic, alive, and responsive to you. You are the quantum observer, collapsing infinite potential into experience in every moment, with every thought, every feeling, and most powerfully, with every declaration of who you are. At the start of this journey, perhaps you used your words to describe the walls of your prison. Now, you understand that your words are the key that has always been in your hand. You are not becoming someone new. You are simply removing the layers of conditioning to remember who you have always been underneath it all, a being of infinite power, of limitless light, and of unimaginable creative potential. Your only task is to remember, it is to be. If this message has touched the core of your soul, if it has awakened the truth that was sleeping peacefully inside you, leave a signal in the energetic field. Comment "I am" so that I know you felt the shift, that you are activating your creative power and joining this global journey of conscious transformation. Now, take one last deep breath and carry this affirmation with you, not as mere words, but as your new, unshakable frequency. I don't describe reality, I declare it. I am the source, the choice, and the power, and so it is.